Hex changed everything about PulseChain, and PulseChain will most likely change everything about the crypto space. Let me explain. When Hex was launched, Richard Hart used genius marketing strategies that allowed Hex to do 10,000x in under 2 years. Incredible. Now, he did this by debates with all the biggest influencers in the crypto space, destroying, dismantling all their arguments against Hex.
You realize that if you get a 40% share of your local Burger King, you can't change the prices, you can't change the hours of operation, you can't add an item to the menu, and you can't pull cash out of the register. And so this concept that somehow owning shares in a company is somewhere more wholesome or better than owning part of a cryptocurrency, which may give you rights to control the consensus of the network, which may issue you trustless dividends with no middlemen whatsoever. And so I created something that solves a lot of problems that Peter hates. Peter likes self-custody, I solved it. Peter likes yield, I solved it. Peter likes delayed gratification, I solved it. But he just doesn't realize I've solved the things that he cares about. So I'm making people literal millionaires. And
some of the interviews were so brutal. So much so that some of the influencers even had to retire because they lost all the influence that they had trying to go after Richard Hart. Now that has changed how people perceive and how people react to Richard Hart, which has created some issues for the PulseChain ecosystem as well. So now most influencers know better than to argue or debate with Richard Hart, they just tend to ignore. If you look at what happened when PulseChain launched, PulseChain grew to become the second largest smart contract platform in the world after Ethereum. And when that happened, we did not see any articles being written about PulseChain. And then whenever there was some kind of a hiccup or some kind of an issue or some kind of a drawback, you would see them all start to attack. So the strategy now seems to not be, let's not debate, let's not argue the merits of PulseChain, but instead let's ignore it, and when anything bad happens, let's amplify it. Now this does two things. There's a good thing and there's a bad thing. The good thing is simple. We get to build a vertically aligned ecosystem that is not dependent on any of the major centralized crypto players out there. We don't have to have Binance, we don't have to have CoinMarketCap, we don't have to have CoinGecko. If you look closely, what you realize is that a lot of the projects that are launching on PulseChain are not listed on these platforms. These platforms might be a little bit passive-aggressive towards PulseChain projects. So that's an opportunity for us to create those platforms that can showcase the products that are being built on PulseChain. So the good thing is we do get to build our own vertically aligned ecosystem. Now the bad thing is this: we don't benefit from all the infrastructure that has been built through the years in the crypto space. Now over time, anytime you have a good product, people will always come around no matter what. But this takes time. That's why I am all for the new strategy that Richard Hart is doing, which is a little bit more humility. The reason I think that is because we need to understand that the new strategy will take time for it to start bearing fruits. Because now what we are doing is trying to win the hearts and minds of all those people who have been haters or who have been against the project for a very, very long time. Now what we have to know is that despite us being nice to most of those other people in the crypto space, they might continue to be hostile. But I think that after 1 year, 2 years, things will start to flip. When more and more people start to see this flourishing ecosystem, that is a true DeFi revolution. Because to think about it, right? Which other ecosystem has most of the action happening on chain today? Who is teaching people about not your keys, not your coin? Because if you look at any ecosystem, you look at Ethereum, majority of Ethereum trading is on centralized exchanges, not decentralized exchanging. Look at Solana, majority of the trading is on centralized exchanges, not decentralized exchanges. So all these ecosystems, none of them has what PulseChain has, which is the true definition of what DeFi is. So if anyone is going to usher the world into a world of decentralized finance where you hold your own key, it has to be the platform that's already doing it right now. Now, all in all, I think that where we change everything is when we start to live the dream and the vision that Satoshi Nakamoto had when he started Bitcoin, that Vitalik Buterin had when he started Ethereum, that Richard Hart had when he launched Hex, where people are empowered to have their own coins and hold them in their own wallet. Now, the end result of that, in my view, will be great price performance. In regard to price performance, right, I don't think that we may not see the million X gains for Pulse and PulseX. We may not see those. We may not see the 100,000 X gains. We may not see 10,000 X like Hex did, but we may see 1,000. We may see 100X. We may see those gains. at least if you're looking at the top of the next market. I'm going to do a deep analysis of exactly how much I think the top price of PulseChain will be and how much I think the top price of PulseX will be in the next coming bull run. Now, if you like the PulseChain ecosystem, you want to dig deep in the altcoin forest, check out PulseShib. PulseShib is a PulseChain meme coin and it has utility. Max supply is 1 trillion. You can farm it on ShibShift.com. Now, PulseShib is used as the utility of ShibShift.com, a fork of PancakeSwap. That's a great opportunity, in my view, to actually be in early on a project that is built on an ecosystem that could be the dominant force for decentralized finance, for all things that are decentralized. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. Thank you for watching.